I think it's a good idea to talk a little bit more about the Amazon region in Ecuador. And these tours allow visitors to explore the jungle through adventure activities while learning about local culture and traditions. For example, our kayaking the Arajuno River gives visitors the chance to get up close to the Quichua community while camping nearby. What kind of cultural interactions can visitors expect with this community?
Well, just by kayaking to an indigenous village, you can tell that it's deep in the jungle, so the culture is going to be more pristine. The Arajuno River is it's pristine still. It's a class one river. There's no much rapids. There's small rapids we can tell, but they are friendly, nothing like too aggressive. So anyone can do it. And what is really cool is also reducing the carbon emissions, because using motorized canoes, sometimes using cars, every day is not the best for the environment. Yeah. So we're trying to reduce the environmental impact at minimum, and this could be, through kayaking. So imagine kayaking 10 Ks in a slow pace. It would be about 2 hours. As soon as you start kayaking down the river, you start getting connected and immersed into nature first, because you're going to be in the forest. Sometimes you can see like monkeys hanging, in the branches, or the kingfisher leading the way always, cormorants. In days where the river is shallow, you can see river otters, and then later you get the chance to go meet the community, so you do a cultural immersion. And during this cultural immersion with the Quichua, you can learn about their traditions. For example, the chicha, which is a drink they make, and they've been making it for thousands of years. And you also learn about what kind of products they farm. And also, we always like to teach a little bit about the language to our guests, shamanism, and talking about medicinal plants, ayahuasca experiences, for example. People get really connected, and it's always the best way to practice ecotourism is doing it to the local community. So they understand that tourism can be an income forever, and not like mining or deforestation, which could be a lot of money in the beginning, but they would basically destroy the river, destroy the forest. So the best is to keep doing tourism so they can protect their nature and their culture and pass it to the next generation.
Indeed, and all the efforts behind, right? Like trying to help the community, the kids also involved, seeing how they can grow with the tourism surrounding the area, the community, and also like all the travelers who can have these type of unique experiences actually. With unique cultures that we have here in Ecuador. It's just like an amazing opportunity that everyone should do once in their lifetime, I guess.
And it's important to mention that this expedition of kayaking down the Arajuno, it's off the beaten path. It's not a busy river where other places, you see like other people, other guests everywhere. This is super pristine, it's off the beaten path. So people that go down this river, they feel, special treat.
And it can be customized, right? Either you can go on a kayak or paddle boards or on a canoe, I guess, right?
Yes, people that don't kayak, they can get access by canoe, or there's also a path, it's a trail that can connect the accommodation site. It would be about 4 hours trek. I don't know if people are open for that, but the access by canoe is also 1 hour.
Great. During these tours, visitors can enjoy activities like kayaking, stand-up paddleboarding, hiking, and bird watching. While these activities can be done in many places, what makes experiencing them in the Amazon truly unique?
I think after all the feedbacks we get from our customers, the best is the connection with the culture, meeting the local people, having a chance to visit the school, play soccer with the kids, for example, because sometimes we think about the jungle, we think about animals, we think about forests, but what is the real experience, the best experience would be the connection with the local people and learning about them.
Great. Which activities do travelers tend to enjoy the most, and which one is your personal favorite one?
I think in the jungle, for me, the best is as an activity, an outdoor activity, would be kayaking, and because you can hear the birds, you can hear every time you go paddling, you hear the water, you feel connected with Mother Earth, and that's what guests normally like too about kayaking expeditions, is that the silence that you go connected with the Mother Earth and all the energies you have from nature.
And what about the food? A lot of people is concerned about like what they will eat during this type of trips. We have a lot of customers who are vegans or vegetarians. So how is the experience?
Well, talking about the gastronomy, it's always an amazing part of the total experience, because in the jungle there's always fresh fish, there's always heart of palm, there's fresh yuca, cassava, there's plantains. So there's a lot of options no matter what restrictions people have. There's always good food. And now that we have this glamping site in the Aracuna River, the idea it's to have just like luxury experience in nature. So there's going to be a chef, chef is who prepares the food. And there's 4 courses in these cases. The Amazon is home of the chocolate. So we make chocolate. People get a chance to make chocolate fondue with their own hands. And there's always papaya, fresh papaya, pineapple, banana available. So the food is a real experience in this trip.
Organic.
Organic too, yeah.
Yeah. A big part of these tours is wildlife spotting, right? Especially for anacondas and caimans. In some parts of the Amazon. Can you tell us more about the wildlife opportunities available during, for example, the Huaorani kayak adventure?
Yes, the Huaorani territory is located right in the heart of the Yasuni National Park, which is a UNESCO heritage place. And the encounters of wildlife in this area is epic, because people can experience trails where the jaguar is walking. You see the footprints that are very fresh. Monkeys are normally common to see. You see at least like 5 or 6 species in a week of monkeys, versus in other places that you see not many, right? But monkeys, I was actually in the Huaorani territory last weekend, and I was able to see dolphins. I saw the pink dolphins, which is not easy to see, but we were just canoeing down the Cononaco River in this case, and we were able to see the dolphins. We saw capybaras. At night we went searching for caimans with our flashlights, looking for the reflection of their eyes. We were able to catch a few caimans, not to eat of course, but we like to catch the caimans with the help of the Huaorani, so we can show the different species to our clients and just for pictures in general. Besides that, the quantity of birds you can see in the Yasuni is amazing. Harpy eagle, sometimes you see toucans all the time. At the clay lakes we go, we see a lot of parrots and macaws. This time, last Friday, I saw like close to 100 scarlet macaw in one single clay lake. So the wildlife encounters are amazing. However, wildlife can not be guaranteed. Right? Sometimes with groups we see all the animals you can imagine, but sometimes we see 2 birds, so it depends.
Okay. And what kind of activities can visitors expect to do with the Huaorani community?
With the Huaorani community, we do jungle walks with the warriors. Warriors go almost every single day, not with a group, sometimes with a group of course, but they go to the clay lakes, because the clay lakes is where they catch their food, their lunch. The Huaoranis are still eating from nature. They are eating I know it could be sensitive, but they still eat monkey, they eat caimans, they eat macaws, they eat toucans. Of course, we do not practice, we do not participate in hunting, but the Huaorani is just going in a walk with them is amazing because they go with the spears, they go with the blowguns, and they like to show their nature. So walking with the Huaoranis is one. We also like to do this activity of showing people how Huaoranis make their weapons, like a spear or like a blowgun, and people can practice just with a papaya, not with a toucan, of course. We practice, we teach them how to use a blowgun. Also the other activity, which is one of my favorite, I think, is to go anaconda watching or anaconda catching, because with the Huaoranis we go, especially in months of September, like now, there's a lot of anacondas in the area, and we like to go with the Huaoranis to catch them, again, just for pictures, just to show the different species of anaconda we have also in the Yasuni. And with the Huaorani women, what we do is we teach people how they make their fibers for their handicrafts, for their hammocks. At the same time, these handicrafts are sold, to the guests. So it's one contribution we do to the community. And another great activity is also to go just to their farms, because they grow yucca, they grow pineapple, and it's just cool to go and help them because they consume yucca almost every day. So with the guests, we go and help them harvest the yucca, and then see how they prepare their drinks, their chicha. And and I mean, just being with the Huaorani is an experience.
It is like you get immersed in their daily life, right? And you participate in their daily activities, of course, like the nature in the Amazon rainforest. And actually, during this tour, visitors kayak along the Shugipuno River, right? And explore the Blackwater lagoons. What makes paddling in this part of the Amazon unique compared to other rivers?
Well, again, it's an expedition off the beaten path, so you're not going to see other guests in this area, and that makes it pristine. So when we go paddling in the Blackwater lagoons, this is because we want to go see the anaconda. In this case, what we do is we carry the equipment, canoes or kayaks, we carry to the lagoon. Lagoons are normally close to the rivers. So let's say it's 100 or 200 meters off the river, and then we go paddling in these lagoons, searching for anacondas. These lagoons are beautiful to find. Also birds like kingfishers again, and the Huatzin, which is a prehistoric bird. I was in one of these lagoons on Saturday, and it was so cool because as soon as we got on the lagoon, we could see a ceiba tree, which is the kapok tree, which is the biggest in the Amazon. And suddenly we see big spider monkeys that were living there. They were just like curious to see us also, but they came down, for instance, just to eat some of the nuts of the other tree, and they went up there for a siesta. So you can see wildlife like mammals, and also with like reptiles, for example, like anaconda. And in these lagoons also, as we go paddling, we go fishing. If we're lucky, we get catfish, which is cooked by the Huaoranis as well. Or these lagoons are also with piranhas, they're full of piranhas.
Wow.
So when we go fishing, sometimes we catch a piranha. Huaoranis cook it anyways. They wrap it in the leaf, put it in the fire. It's a special flavor.
Have you tried it?
Yes, piranha is. It's not my favorite, of course. If you ask me what I prefer in between, like catfish, the ones you get also there, and piranha, the catfish is amazing. Piranha is okay. Piranha is like too bony for me. It's just random bones everywhere. But I think Huaoranis with them is more like the feeling of accomplishment. Like I got it, so I have to cook it.
Talking about another tour, which is called the Jaguar Tracks Tour. It's another popular option, taking visitors to Bameno in the Huaorani territory. What kind of experiences can travelers expect with the Huaorani community there?
Bameno is amazing. Bameno is the most remote Huaorani village we have in the Yasuni. It's amazing to connect because we fly from the city of Shell, and it's about 55 minutes you land in Bameno. There's a runway. I cannot say it's an airport, but there's a runway. So it's a good, safe way to get there, and you get to the village. So the village, what we do is normally a first introduction to the community. They do their special singing. They are warriors, of course. They always sing about making their weapons, their spears, and the women have different songs about harvesting, about the animals, about the welcoming, visitors. So we do like some singing, and then again we do the walks to the clay lakes with the Huaorani. That's another activity we do with them. They have many clay lakes in that area. There's lagoons also, so similar activities to the upper part of the river that we do. In piranha fishing, in this place there's a lot of kids, so we like to just interact with the kids. When I was there last weekend, it was the season of a fruit they call avillo. So it was unbelievable how many kids were just climbing up the trees. They look like monkeys. Really, they have monkey skills. So they go to the top of the tree and they start just picking up this avillo and sharing with everyone. So it depends on what season you go. You can participate in many different activities. When it's, for example, February and March is their biggest festivity because it's when they are able to harvest chonta, which is a palm tree nut that they make liquor from. So when you get there in these times, the girls are chewing the chonta and making chicha, so it's a good way also to understand this big festivity and just sharing time with them.
Awesome. And actually the tour is called Jaguar Tracks. So can visitors actually expect to spot the jaguars there?
You never know, but we have seen jaguar a couple of times because this is so remote that there's Huaorani witnesses of the jaguars being on the runway where we land. So jaguars sometimes are there, very close to town. But the best time to see jaguars is normally while kayaking or canoeing down the Cononaco River. You see jaguars. We can say there's like 50% chances. So like one of every two groups might see jaguar. But the jaguar tracks, as the name of the trip, jaguar tracks all the time. We just found a lot of tracks last weekend, and some of the tracks were as big as my hand.
Wow.
So big cats.
Big cats for sure. And when is the best time to do this type of tours?
For the Amazon, I recommend from September to March because it's when you have less rain. Of course, it's the rainforest, so it rains most of the time. But during these months, we have less rain, so it's better. The water is lower, so you can see normally more animals close to the river.
Christian, another question is about the accommodation. So I know like these places are unique and deep in the Amazon rainforest. So how would people be accommodated?
This is a good question because we try to bring stellar service everywhere we go. So both in Aracuna River and in Yasuni National Park, we provide a glamping experience. This means that we have like big tents where people can go walking in. We have full-size mattresses, inflatable, that are super comfortable. We have high-quality sheets and blankets and also pillows. These places have solar energy. You have proper toilets, showers, and we treat the waters not to the river. The waters go to a biodigester that transform the black waters into compost. Besides that, the trails are always taken care of, and these places have been built with the community, because the idea, is always to work in company with them.
So Chris, I have another question regarding what are the benefits that the community gets actually when a lot of visitors come, and about the tourism activities that we are doing.
The benefits, as I said, are basically the jobs they get. As local guides, we use their transport. We normally do benefits directly to the community. For example, with the community of the Huaorani River, we just launched a computer center for first time ever. We have donated the center to the local school. At the school we have 16 children, and we have donated at the moment 8 computers, plus of course all the classes and teachers for the whole year, because this is a long-term project. We believe that education is the best we can support in the Amazon. We don't want to influence, of course, in their culture, in their traditions, but we really think that they should learn technology so they can have a louder voice in the future on how to send an email, or how to make connections, and how to develop in a better way ecotourism. So that's the one in Arajuno. And the one with the Huaorani, it's actually connected with the foundation Sonrisas Smiles for the Huaorani. In this, it's been for about 2 years already that we have been giving dental care to all the children from the Bameno community. So this dental care is given about every 6 months. We're going back this December, and we bring dentists, we bring supplies, because we have found out that the Huaoranis, by the age of 16, 17-year-old, they have no teeth, and it's because of the lack of care they have in their teeth and what they eat, and they don't brush their teeth. So we've been training on how to do this, and we also do this with the kids. So we are in charge of 35 children, and we're coming back in December. If you want to learn more about how to do donations for these foundations, we can give you the contacts, but every time people are joining these trips, are already contributing into these projects.
It's a huge help indeed. Awesome. And finally, why would you recommend that travelers explore Ecuador through adventure tours?
I think travelers should really come to Ecuador because we have everything. Ecuador is one of the smallest countries of South America, but we have almost everything, from snow-capped volcanoes to deep jungles. We have the coast, we have the islands, and I think what truly makes Ecuador is also the people. We're very proud of what we do, we're very proud of our culture, and we are really interested in showing this to visitors.
Thank you very much for your time and explaining all the operations in the Amazon rainforest, and also the biking tours around Ecuador. If you like this video, don't forget to subscribe, and see you on the next episode.